welcome back again, folks. I'm gonna finish up the Grimm Troop expansion stuff today. This might involve a little bit of beating my head against a wall with Nightmare King Grimm. Should go okay. Just gonna make sure I've got good charms equipped for going after one of these Nightmare Grimmkin. Because I have to get one. And I'm already in Fungal Waste. So I think I'll just go after the one in Fungal Core. Although it is a little bit harder to get back out if I bother with that one. I don't know. Either way, I'm in for some walking at this point. I guess technically I'm not that far from the Ancient Basin either, because I've got my Dream Portal set up there. Which one's going to be easier to fight? The one in Fungal Core is going to be easier to fight. The one in Ancient Basin is over a bunch of platforms and pillars. You can draw them off to the side to fight them, but I'd rather just go after this one here. So we're gonna go down to the left, and then kind of actually go right or left here. It doesn't super matter. We can get into Fungal Core. So yeah. I think this is the clearer path, actually. Go this way. Get some soul along the way. Just whack some creatures. Try not to get tagged by the likes of that. Actually, I'm gonna just detour for a second here. I think I've fought Elder Who already. I want to make sure. I've played this game enough times now to be like, I don't know what I've done and what I haven't. Oh, I haven't yet. So we'll quickly just take out Elder Who. This is a decent setup, as much as anything. Just use your Shadow Dash as they're impacting, and you'll avoid these. For the most part, you just have to walk. But every once in a while, you're in a situation where it's hard to tell what's going on in Shadow Dash. You can heal during that animation there. It takes a while, so as long as you're off to the edge of it, you're fine to heal. Boop, if you need to. I'm gonna hit him with an Abyssal Shriek, because it's gonna finish him off faster. And I've got Shaman Stone on, so it's even more effective. Right? So, yeah. Overall, a pretty easy fight, in my opinion. I struggled a bit the first time I encountered him, but really, with Jade Cloak, is a very easy Dream Boss, or Dream Warrior. That's another Dream Warrior knocked out. I think Markoth might be the only one I haven't fought yet. I might go after Markoth towards the end of this video if I get through Grimm quickly. If I don't have to fight him too many times. This is where we first rescued Cloth. Where am I at? Okay, Fungal Core is basically down from here. So we'll go to the left. Down. We're gonna go 5. Wait for that guy to go. Grimchild's like it's an entertaining charm to say the least, because aside from the obvious like extra damage output against especially immobile bosses who like to go in weird directions, not the way, this way. Sorry, immobile bosses or bosses that like to teleport and hide on the ceiling and things like that. The Grimchild just does a good job of telling you where there might be an enemy that's hiding. And that can be very useful, especially if it's hiding just in the foreground or some other silliness. Alright, I've already broken that open, so we can just go down this way. Just collecting some soul so I can easily fire some spells at the Nightmare Grimm Kin, yeah, Nightmare Grimmkin, something like that. When I get to him, it's just going to be as simple as fire a couple of spells, and the fight should be over quickly enough. Oh. Try not to take too much damage along the way, because damage equals, you know, spending soul rather than gaining it. Where am I at? I think just one more platform level down. Well, you know what? That got the job done, right? One of the things with those projectile launching guys is they often kill themselves with their own projectile if you just jump right at them. Alright, it's not perfect, but it'll do. Ooh. Get a little more soul on the way, and here is our boss. I missed him. Yeah, we'll let that one pass. I wasn't in a good position. Ah, wow. Bunch of wasted spells. There we go. I think by the time I get one more spell off on him, I'll have him. I might not even get one more spell off. I might just have to hit him once more with the sword and probably get him. Oh, stop it. I find that their dash attack is the most obnoxious. There we go. Oh, I missed. I'll get this fella. There we go. I knew there wasn't much left. From here, which is the easiest way to get back up? We'll go this way. And now I just have to, just to show the flame that was here. Where was it? The abyss? Yeah. It's, yeah, no longer there. Heck, I feel like it might be faster to get out by, you know what, I'll do that. I'll just dream portal to the abyss, where I'm a lot closer to a stag station, and I'll climb out from there. Like, it's even quicker for me than quitting the menu right now, because I was near Leg Eater, who's not actually very close to any stag station. The Forgotten Crossroads stag station is a fair walk from him, and even Queen's Garden, or Queen's Station is further still, I would say. But this one, I don't have too far to go. Not too far at all. I'm not going to heal right now. I'm actually going to walk around, down some mats, because I know I'm not going to take 5 masks of damage, 6 masks of damage here. I'm just going to, I might end up flubbing it and taking 1. I'd rather just collect some soul. I'll make it to the station bench without taking enough damage to result in lethality. Say normally I advise to keep topped up, but that's mostly for when you're exploring new areas you haven't been through. Charm wise, I don't think I'm going to change much, because I'm going to go fight Nightmare King Grimm. I'm going to take off the map charm. It doesn't do any good. You know, it's just a boss fight I'm going into. I don't need to know where I am. Spell Twister's good. Is it? I'm going to be honest. I'm not the most comfortable casting a lot of spells against Grimm. There's one spot where I'm going to. But that's just... You know what? I'm going to take Dream Shield. And I know there is, like I said, there's one spot where I'm going to be casting spells on Grimm when I have the wherewithal to do it. Yeah, we'll leave it like this. Dream Shield actually benefits from the Fragile or Unbreakable Strength charms. It takes its damage based on your nail damage. I don't remember if it's 1 times or 1.5 times, but it's relative to your nail damage. So anything that enhances that will also enhance Dream Shield. So when Grimm does his fire pillar attack, I'm going to try and drop an Abyssal Shriek on him. You can also do it during the fire, like fire tempest, whatever you want to call it. When he becomes the cocoon-like thing, but you're pretty much guaranteeing a damage trade at that point. So I'm not going to. Come over here. This is a dream fight, so your fragile charm will not break if you're using fragile strength or fragile heart. Obviously, there's no point in using fragile greed here. I'm going to try and stay calm and cool and pay attention to the moves that he's using. The one that's going to cause me the most grief in general is the uppercut fireball attack, which is the one he tends to open with most often. So far so good. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that counted. Didn't quite get in there for that one. This one is the one that causes me the most grief. And he does it a lot at times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that in. You can, if you're really on it, get a heal in there. I didn't do it right. It cost me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to heal at the end of that. Then pogo there if you can. This is not indicative of health at all in Nightmare King mode. It is in regular Grimm, but not in Nightmare King. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna get smoked here. Oh, shoot, yeah, I'm dead. So this is gonna take me multiple attempts, I guarantee it. I gotta get his rhythm. I'm not ashamed to admit that I cannot get him every time I fight him. It's just gonna be a finding the rhythm of the fight, and you'll notice I didn't even go refill my soul, because to be honest, it's not that important. Much more important is dodging and taking your hits where they're convenient. So that one, as I say, gets me off in 1, 2, 3, 4. Dodge through that. Keep going. One dash is not enough to get you clear pogo, if you can. I actually find it the safety thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Abyssal Shriek. Dash through, dash again, keep going. Usually it's good enough to get you clear of that. Dodging is more important than hitting. If you're not in perfect position to hit, don't hit. Whoa! One, 2, 3, 4, and heal right away. You're basically okay most of the time. Dash, dash. 1, 2, 3. Through. Oh, I was too short on that pogo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, boom. Get clear. Pogo. I might have to change my charms. I might need Marker Pride for that. Or to just pay more attention. We'll try again. I don't feel like I'm getting much of these spell charms though, so I might just put on Long Nail and Quick Slash, because there's a couple times where that would really benefit me. And I'll get more hits in. But for now, we'll keep it like this. Try one more time. This is a very challenging fight, and if you don't feel it is, then awesome. Why are you watching my videos? Because this is for you. Oh, that move. I hate that move so much. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quickly heal. Dash. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to change my charms. I'm not in the zone for spellcasting. I know that there's a lot of invincibility frames for using Desolate Dive or Descending Dark, but I'm not feeling it right now. So let's quickly change up my charms and see if I do better with a Quick Slash. which is mostly only going to benefit after the fire bat's attack. Oh, sorry. No, I'm not even gonna. Oh, I'm gonna put on Mark of Pride. I forgot that I have to have the Grimm Child equipped, and therefore I can't have Long Nail and Quick Slash, which would be great, but I want to keep my charms basically as they are otherwise. We'll get into this and hopefully get him this time with a little switch, a Rooney. The Mark of Pride's gonna make it more likely I hit not only on that pogo, but which will save me from taking 2 massive damage, but it's gonna just make it more regular that I hit him anyway. It's important to have nerve for that attack, because if you dash too soon, he backpedals and then like punches you in the face anyway. Speaking of nerves, 1, 2, 3, 4. This whole fight's a nerves test. 1, 2, 3. I always count for the 3rd sound of the bat. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a shriek. Ooh. Alright, heal up to 2 masks when he goes to bat. Not more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that shriek in. Pogo. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oh. Oop. Just dodge these as best you can. Sometimes they come out in really hard to dodge patterns, other times they're much more gentle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that shriek in. Dodge through and keep going. 1, 2, 3 bats and hit. Oh. Pogo. Pogo. Here. 1, 2, 4. Get that shriek in. Heal 2 masks. Dash through. I knew I wasn't going to make it that time. Oop, keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Shriek. Oop. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was really close too. Anyway, I hope that this is being helpful. You know, try and dodge, get in the hits when they're convenient. Don't chase down hits with Grimm. You will get punished for it. This fight is not one like that. It's one where you really just need to focus on dodging his attack, and when he happens to be in the right place, hit him. Like I say, he almost always opens that. Shoot. And it's not the same dodge every time. I'm really relying on that same basic dodge, and it's not going to always be that same basic dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes you just got to try and rely on getting short of the bats. Sometimes you can't outrun them. Depends on where you are on the screen too when he starts that move. Oof. Oh, walked into that. I'm gonna die this time. 1, 2, 4, and I'll get a heal in. Dodge through. 1, 2, 3. One more healing. I might pull through this somehow. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spikes. Which somehow I didn't get hit by. Oh, again. That was a fluke, because I panicked. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I keep healing because I'm so hurt. Should have got a heal in, but I was too busy counting. Whoa. Get away from that. The worst place to be is right under him when he starts that. You're almost always going to get tagged. Oh, walked into that. Spazzed. 1, 2, 3. Heal 2. 2, don't go for 3. Most of the time you won't get it, and you'll lose 2. 3, 4, and I got him. Holy smokes. Yeah. So my charms are fragile or unbreakable strength. The Mark of Pride and Dream Shield. Dream Shield gets a fair number of just easy hits in when you're dodging. You find if he uses either his uppercut attack or his and you notice the Grimm Child is improved now. Either his uppercut attack or his down dive attack, you'll often get an easy hit in with the Dream Shield. So I recommend it for him. I'm gonna go get some money so I can upgrade my charms. Which means I'm gonna go to City of Tears. Let's go with that, this, and generally speaking, that's good. Actually, we'll take that off. Put Quick Slash on. Or do I go the other way? You know what? I'll take off Fragile Strength and put Mark of Pride on. So if you defeat Nightmare King Grimm, his tent is gone, but Divine's tent remains. If you banish the Grimm Troop, Divine is gone, so you don't get to get the Unbreakable Charms. Worth noting. So if you want those Unbreakable Charms, get them before banishing the troop if you feel that that's the way you want to go. So I'm going to go to King Station to earn some money. I'm not going to be grinding. I am set up the way I would be if I were grinding for money, but I'm just going to see how much I can get out of selling the things I've collected and out of beating the banker Millabelle for the money that I put in earlier. Whoops! I thought I had Fragile Strength on. I don't. Fragile Strength would mean that they take one hit to drop. It's fine. This is fine. And onward I go. So if I were to be here grinding for money, this is how I would be doing it. These are a great way to get money. They give you 80 with Fragile Strength, or rather Fragile Greed or Unbreakable Greed on. They give you 80 geo per, and are relatively easy to just kill with Descending Dark and some easy hits. Here's where I'm actually headed for to get a good amount of geo, and then I'll also go see Relic Seeker Lem. I've already explored all the side passages here, so. Your Mark of Pride and Quick Slash really, aside from the obvious increase of damage output with range and speed, they make it a lot more likely you're going to parry, which is massive damage you won't take as well. Plus parries count as a hit, and I think they're like 1.5 or 1.75 times your nail damage, so parries are good if you can remotely... Oh. I'm sighing because I haven't gotten to notice the banker is gone. when I do, then the banker will be here. So I have to actually go back to Queen Station, go visit the bank, and then come here. I'm just going back a different way than I came. I'm gonna get a little more. So if I were farming, I would be going through this area here for money. It's very lucrative for Hollow Knight geo farming. But again, I'm not really. I just wanted to show sort of the path I would take for geo farming. Because you're going to do it, if you're actually farming, you're going to do this a number of times. Hit a bench every chance you get because it respawns the enemies in this area. They're very lucrative. The other option is, of course, to go to the Coliseum of Fools and do either the first two challenges in there. Which I am probably going to go back and do the first one again anyway because I haven't yet got Zote out of there. Because I saved Zote after I went there the first time. So Queen Station, go visit the bank, so that I can actually notice the bank is in fact no longer occupied. And then I can go get my money back. But I already have so much money just from the Grub Father and everything else I've been doing. But like I say, there's a certain point in this game where, particularly for the Unbreakable Charms, if you want all three of them, boop boop, you can knock the bank over. But now I'm going to actually go knock the bank over. Anyway, at a certain point you would want to grind for Geo potentially, and this is about it. I only really feel I need to get, I only feel I really need to get Unbreakable Strength, which by the time I'm done beating my money out of the banker and selling to Relic Seeker Lem, I'll be able to get at least that. Back to King Station. I'm gonna hit the bench just for a little more geo opportunity. Again, I'm not going to be recording a full farm run, but it is as simple as do loopy loops in this area. Have unbreakable or fragile or unbreakable greed equipped, and I recommend gathering swarm just because it speeds things up. And yeah, you can also equip spell charms. Spell charms are gonna help you out against these fellas. I find that it is the better way to fight them. You can, as you can see, mix and match spell and hail damage and get them done relatively easily, but they're faster to fight with spells. Get your soul from other enemies nearby. You can even dream nail those guys if you have Dream Wielder on to refill your soul rather easily. This elevator's just the worst. There it is. It's just such a long ride. Wall whacking. Because you never know when you're gonna find something by accident. Most of the breakable things are a little bit obvious. Every once in a while you find something breakable that was like really well concealed. Like the if you watched my White Palace video. Here we go. She's nervous. She knows that I'm here. Yeah, all the geo's spent. I don't have your money. Liar. So you basically just beat. Spells don't work. Beat the money out of. Oh, there we go. This is like the best spot. You can get your hits in really fast with quick flash and a little air juggle here. So just make sure that you push her back and forth. This is going to be somewhere a little over 6,000 geo total, all said and done, or almost 7,000, I think, before the geo stops coming out, because I put in 4,500, and I get that plus 50%. So We'll see when Gathering Swarm stops. Ooh, I'm gonna kick her off. I've done it. Oh no, kicked myself off. It's fine, we're almost there. That should be about it. Yeah, that's it. So, there you go, I have over 14,000 Geo now. Broke the bank. And now I'll head over to Relic Seeker Lem, collect a bunch more Geo, and then I'll go back and talk to Divine to get, at the very least, Unbreakable Strength. Like I say, Unbreakable Heart's good too. Unbreakable Greed, by the time you like put the 9,000 Geo into getting it, honestly you're better off not. In my opinion, you're better off just getting the other two Unbreakable Charms. Anytime you're farming, just be cautious. You don't need to be farming in really risky ways. If you get your Fragile Greed broken, I'm sorry. I do have it on a save. I do have Unbreakable Greed on a save, and I feel like it was just wasted effort. Hey, Relic Seeker Lem, can you just go off to the... Like, if you end up with 9,000 Geo, you don't need at some point after getting the other Unbreakable Charms. Just go ahead and do it, but I wouldn't recommend farming for Geo to get Unbreakable Greed. It's counterproductive. Alright, so I'm just going to sell those. At some point or another, if you're being really completist and walking around wall whacking and looking for every single item in the game, you're going to end up with enough Geo to get all of the Unbreakable Charms, one way or another. And to me, grinding is just really unrewarding. I don't enjoy doing it. I'll do a little bit here and there if I really want something. Like the first time I played through the game, I did grind to get all of Sly's inventory faster than I otherwise would have. And on subsequent playthroughs, I've realized it's just strictly unnecessary. Also, thinking of banking in this game, this is really more the banking structure of the game. You can leave all of these items in, you know, safe form, not converted to Geo. And if you do that, you effectively have a bank cache in the unfortunate event that you die without retrieving your shade. However, that said, really take advantage of GG. If you die somewhere that you don't feel safe trying to go back and get your shade, just take advantage of GG. Go get your shade that way. If I haven't shown already, GG is on the far right of Dirtmouth. You just need a simple key to open up her place, and she takes rancid eggs. So I do still have two simple keys, one of which is to open up GG's place, I think, and the other one is to open up Godhome, because I haven't opened up either. Godhome to me is just it's not the most fun content in this game. It's something I will do just out of a completionist mentality, but it's really there as entertainment for people who love a boss rush. Not my jam. I'll do it, but it's not. I'm not that player. There are those players, and nothing against them. Alright. For now, over to Dirtmouth. I'm going to have to equip my Unbreakable Strength to get Divine to accept it as a gift. And then once said gift is accepted, go through a bunch of dialogue to get Divine to offer to sell me back what will now be. Well, I want to take that off because I don't want Divine to take that one instead. Because then I will potentially end up having to buy that back at 9,000 Geo that I don't want to have to earn. Alright, so we're going to go through this. Divine is going to then... yeah, Divine's going to take my Fragile Strength Charm. I have to go through a bunch more dialogue to get Divine to be willing to sell it back. Basically, Divine accuses me of being greedy and wanting a gift in return for a gift. And then eventually he's like, fine, I'll give you a gift, but, you know, I need your Geo for it. Yeah, Yes, and I've got the 15,000 geo handy. Look at that. It's like I planned for this. And then, yep, she poops out what is now unbreakable strength. So should I equip that in order to, say, go fight a Radiance, I won't lose it upon dying, which I'm inevitably going to do. So if I were to go fight Radiance, which might be the next thing I go do, I'm going to want these things. I don't need that. Leaves me room for maybe Spell Twister or Sharp Shadow. The thing is, you gotta fight the Hollow Knight to get to Radiance, and I find Sharp Shadow helps get through that untouched, but I'll probably be fine with Spell Twister to make the Radiance fight itself easier. So I'll do that next, in the next video. Thanks for watching.